members of the society to remember the less privileged individuals as they celebrate in order to give them a sense of belonging. It was a contest of brain and beauty during the 2022 Adanibo Beauty Pageant, which brought the annual Nibo Carnival to the climax. Correspondent Kinne Chukwudi reports.
The beautiful contestants who represented each village in Nibo town were all glamorous in their different attire, both traditional and modern outfits, as they each showcased themselves on stage. According to one of the managers of the event, Mr. David Ifagu, the winner among the 5 contestants will represent the young maidens of Nibo while also being a cultural ambassador of the community. He further explained that the winner will take home 300,000 naira with other benefits after going through the rigors of emerging the winner.
And we can channel you to your career, any career that you choose, we can channel you to it. We make sure that we work with you, then we groom you, make you to be perfect in whatsoever that you want to do.
The Commissioner for Women Affairs, Mrs. Ifi Ubinabo, remarked that culture is unique and the pageant contest has helped to bring out the best amongst the contestants instead of them engaging in negativity due to idleness.
It's another way of engaging the minds of you. When you engage them, they do the official things, and in this social life, instead of going the negative way, they will have their mind occupied with how am I going to prepare for this contest so that I'll make sure I come out the best, or how is my friend going to prepare. That way, you are helping them not to engage in illicit things, bad things. So it's a good one.
The President General of Nibo Community, Professor Tony Nwokoye, explains that the carnival over the years have become outstanding and will keep improving, thanking the organizers for their efforts. Other guests to the event who spoke, including a Nollywood actor, Okwi Okpanum, Prince Paul Okudo, and Iwonu, said the Nibo Carnival and Beauty Pageant is making a lot of impact and difference culturally, morally, and socially. After going through the stages of cultural presentations, talent and skill display, question and answer session, Miss Peace Iroma emerged Adanibo Beauty Pageant winner and remarked that she will use her reign to touch lives and make impact.
I feel so excited and so happy to be the winner. What motivated me is because I believe in myself and I have confidence. And as I've won, I'm going to do a lot. As we're going to help the youth to get skills and get acquainted with a lot of things to be useful to the community as well.
From Nibo, it's been Kenechukwu Chukwudi for EBS News.
It was a display of tradition, color, and the cultural heritage of Ajali community in a North local government area as they celebrated their 2022 Ajali Day. The event held at Ajali Government School Field was a sight to behold as illustrious sons and daughters of the community, both at home and abroad, thronged the arena to witness the celebration. Correspondent Emmanuel Chibote captured the event and completes the story.
The event saw different entertainment groups like Ohafia Dance Troupe and Ojojo Dance Group by Omuada Ajali performing, displaying scintillating dance steps and rendering great songs. The seats at the venue were fully occupied as hundreds of men and women and children danced to the beat of traditional drums, while assorted masquerades like the Ijele and Enyi thrilled the audience. As the traditional ruler, Igwe Augustine Wangu, accompanied by members of his cabinet, made their way into the arena and greeting the audience, ceremonial gunshots were were fired into the air, while the community members were much excited to celebrate the 2022 Ajali celebration with their new monarch after over 17 years without kingship. The ceremony earlier started with a novelty match between Oko and Ekulobia branches versus Ajali branch of the female category. Igwe Nwangu, who was overwhelmed with joy to celebrate the event after over 17 years without kingship, assured to continue to entrench peace and walking through the path of light, while revealing that the community is going through processes of renaissance of age-long tradition and reinventions.
I am, as much as every other citizen of this community, because we've waited for this kind of occasion for 17 years, all of 17 years. And when we look back, we can't even find any good reason for this kind of situation. So better late than never. We thank God for a day like this.
In an address by the President General, Ajali Welfare Union, Engineer Ejike Okoli, the event offered opportunity to thank God for help towards the community and making the people get acquainted with the culture of their community, calling for collective efforts in actualizing the dream of the town.
It's a time we come together to rejoice and thank God for all his help in the community. And we appreciate him. And I have that kind of connect. This is the opportunity for our children to know who we are. This is time for us to have a lot of side attraction and let them know what the real culture of our people looks like.
Transition Committee Chairman of Orumba North Local Government Area, Sir Ogochukwu Ekwueme, said the event is apt as it availed opportunity to promote the Igbo culture and tradition, urging the community to keep pushing the Igbo culture on the global map.
If you know the history of Ajali, I think for the past 15 or so years, they haven't had an Eze, the Igwe elect. So we're happy that they are celebrating this day with an Igwe elect. So yes, that's why I'm smiling. And it's a season of love and joy. It's Christmas wine.
On their parts, the President, Umuada Ajali, Deaconess Ihuoma Okoli, and Secretary of Igwebike Age Grade in the community, Mr. Godwin Onwushekwa, said it is a thing of joy celebrating the event, expressing happiness that Ndi Ajali are reviving their normal way of life. Some members of the community who spoke to the ABS in an interview, including Engineer Chidi Oji, Mr. Ononuju Oti, Mr. Anayo Nwankwo, Mr. Greg Nwankwo, Mr. Chikodi Oji, and Mrs. Ngozi Oji, expressed their joy over the event and commended the state government for providing enabling environment for such occasion to take place. Launching of the Ajali Day 2022 brochure climaxed the event. Emmanuel Chibata for ABS News.
The Labour Party candidate for Waratu constituency in the Anambra State House of Assembly, Barrister Chukwunonsonwe Billy, flags off his campaign in Odebe, Obaro local government area. The event took place at Central Primary School, Odebe. Correspondent David Ndife filed on this report, taken from here.
Speaking at the event, Honorable Victor Afam Ogene, a one-time lawmaker at the Federal House of Representatives, expressed his happiness with the turnout of people at the program, stating that the race requires one to go to grassroots, and advised the people to support the candidacy of Barrister Nwebili to represent them fairly at the State House. He added that the choice of the candidate is in the right direction and described him as one who has the capacity to deliver, while begging the people to vote for all Labour Party candidates in Anambra State from top to bottom.
They said politics is not something that is done only on social media. You have to bring it down to the grassroots. So for smearing other candidates, that one is quite easy. You can see the convivial atmosphere. You can see the dancing that went on. These are all part of the game. The party is gingered. So what remains now is for us to take the message from here to the grassroots.
In his remarks, Barrister Nwebili expressed his gratitude to God for making it possible to take up the political vision at such a young age, thanking Obaro people for coming out massively to express their love and support. He promised to empower the people in every capacity if given the mandate come 2023.
It's obvious that the people are happy, and we are praying that the people will do the right thing come 11th of March, so that we go and get the power and bring it to them. Power belongs to the people, so we're going to go there and bring it to them. That's
According to Prince Emeka Nwosu, Labour Party chairman in Ogbaru, the state of suffering and bad road in the area should be the #1 drive for the move to choose a most suitable candidate for quality representation. He advised the Ogbaru community to be enlightened by the lessons they have learned from the lawmakers that represented the constituency. Lending his support, Honorable Biwin Ezenwamado, the Labour Party candidate for Ogbaru 1 constituency in the State House of Assembly, asked the people to perfect their love and support for Barrister Nwebili and other Labour Party candidates by getting their permanent voters' cards and turning out to vote them into power at the general elections.
Looking around, you know that people turn out. Every word was present. We have 10 words, and these 10 words were present. The glamour of it is that the constituency, one candidate was here to support him with his team. Federal House member is here.
This is the opportunity where the child of nobody will become somebody. Honorable Mrs. Julie.
December 25 is Christmas Day for many, but for indigents of Ebe in Nenyi, Umweri, Anambra East Local Government area, it is a day for celebration of peace and unity. Ebe, the youngest of the 3 quarters in Nenyi, which is one of the villages in Umweri town, decided 5 years ago to celebrate Ebe Day after peace was brokered among the 3 quarters of Omanoma, Akwete and Ebe as a means of fostering love, peace and unity among selves. Correspondent Ekwi Ajide completes this report.
These people used this year's celebration as a front for the sending off of their chairman, Mr. Alfonso Okeke, who they said made it possible. The women, made up of Omuada and Ndinyom, led by their leaders, Mrs. Christiana Ibem and Mrs. Philippa Odili, respectively, presented Mr. Okeke with gifts as a sign of their appreciation. They prayed for continued peace and unity in the community. For the new chairman of ECME, Mr. Chikelue Udemba, he will sustain the temper of leadership and builds on the already laid foundation to promote peace and conviviality among the people.
My promise to Ndiebe is that I will try my best to lead them to the promised land. Kantuyali anonu Igbo ka o wee banye ofuma. Asị na ọkwa agụrụ nwata n'aka na ọma anyụnarị ya. Nkwa na-ekwe ndị bụ ndị ekpe. But na me disappointed and okeve yevu na Mweri no Mambala and Nigeria na oke obuna nwoke maọbụ nwanyị kwesịrị ilutu ndị bụ ndị ekpe aye make sure na olutulu varụ ma nwoke dia ma nwanyị dia.
Speaking, Mr. Okeke, who was visibly elated over the gesture, charged the people to continue to toe the path of peace, as it is the only way their community can develop for the better. Earlier, the chairman on the occasion, Mr. Lawrence Ikebunam, represented by his brother, Mr. Chibuzo, commended Ndekbe for remaining resolute in their quest for peace and prayed God to assist them in their pursuit for unity.
His message to the people is that starting from today, that I have represented him, that joy will never cease in this community, that progress will continue to abide in this community, and oneness.
A masquerade, Atom Maugonabo from Aba, thrilled the guests with his musical troupe. From Ekbe in Nei Umweri, Princess Ekwi Ajide, ABS News.
The Nigerian Defense Headquarters says it has commenced investigations into the alleged killing of innocent civilians during an airstrike targeted at terrorists who recently converged at Mutumji in Maru local government area of Zamfara state. The Director of Defense and Media Operations, Major General Musa Damadami, who disclosed this while clarifying issues at a media briefing on military operations conducted in the past 3 weeks, maintained that the airstrike was targeted solely at bandits who invaded the area in their hundreds and motorcycles. Major General Damadami said the allegations that the military high commander has now set up a board to investigate the alleged killings and collateral damage during the combined operation between the ground forces and the air component. The Major General, who lamented the death of some soldiers from the ground forces during the operations, flayed the media reports that he said over-exaggerated the number of soldiers killed in the operations. According to him, the number of civilians alleged to have been killed during the operation has not been officially communicated to the military by the Zamfara state government, but added that the operation was conducted successfully and a lot of terrorists were killed in the airstrike. He noted the air bombardment was a precision one and a lot of terrorists were neutralized during the operations, and that investigation has been ordered into the operation to ascertain if actually there was a collateral damage and the number of people that were involved. Kosovo has closed its biggest border crossing after protesters blocked it on Serbian side to support their ethnic kin in Kosovo in refusing to recognize the country's independence. The latest protest came hours after Serbia said it had put its army on the highest possible level of alert following weeks of escalating tensions between Belgrade and Pristina. Serbs and Serbia used a truck and tractor on Tuesday to create the latest roadblock close to the Medari crossing on Kosovo's eastern border. Belgrade-based media reported that the obstruction is preventing thousands of Kosovars who work elsewhere in Europe from returning home for holidays. The closure took effect at midnight, though the crossing was apparently already unusable. And now sports. The Nigeria Football Federation NFF has stepped up its drive to get more players of Nigerian descent eligible for Super Eagles to switch alliance. Head coach Jose Pesairo already revealed he will speak with Atlanta defender Caleb Okoli after the World Cup, but isn't contented with that option. He has given his blessings to the technical department of the NFF to meet with selected players. His visit, it was guarded, was to meet with 2 players who Pesairo believes that will positive additions to his team ahead of the return to competitive football next year. 2 players were spoken to by Eguavon. The 2 players are Tosin Adaraboyo of Fulham and Malcolm Ebowei of Crystal Palace. Both players were unused as substitutes during the game, but did meet the NFF technical director, who was there for talks on having them start the process of switching to Nigeria. Remember that you can follow ABS from any parts of the world by liking our Facebook page at ABS Radio Television Oka. Subscribe to our YouTube page at ABS Television Oka. Follow us on Instagram at ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now our major stories again. Anambra State Governor Soludo has pledged commitment to improving security of lives and property. Bishop Ezofor of Agota Diocese has urged Christians to have reality of Jesus Christ in their lives. Nigeria's defense headquarters to investigate alleged killing of civilians in Zamfara state. And on the foreign scene, we also told you that Kosovo have a short main border crossing with Serbia amid protests. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's it on the news at 7. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Chidima Orangwa. Good morning.